Perfect. So you told me that you just moved to a new house because it's close
Yeah.
to son's school. Is it like, do you go on foot? You drop your son off like on foot, or you still take?
Yes, sometime, but sometime I don't have the courage enough, so I drop in by car. It's better. Yeah, but the situation now it's much better than before. Now I don't get stressed in a traffic jam. It's
I
much
see.
better than before. Now I just needed to go three blocks away, and it's the my son's school. It's very near from my new house.
Cool. Marcus, can you flip your phone to the horizontal position so it can be more immersive in seeing you?
To
It's
Marcus.
gonna show up. Oh, it's gonna show
Yes,
up a lot of my background. Oh, I'm not sure if we
I see.
want that. There's a lot of mess behind me.
Don't worry about that. Look, my
let
background,
me let me
I
join
have a
from
lot
my
of mess.
different laptop. Let me
Yeah,
join
you
from my
can.
different setup.
No problem. If it's not possible, it's okay. It's just an idea. Yeah, Elton has got a lot of mess on his background because he just moved, but he just blurred it. He blurred the background and now it's fixed. I'm actually gonna move very soon as well, Elton. When I got here, I was staying at this Airbnb
Mhm.
for 3 months. My rent ends this Wednesday on the 20th. And then I was looking for a flat. I found one for a good price at a great location. It doesn't
Mhm.
have everything that I wanted to have, but I kind of like that because
Mhm.
it's not something completely ready in that you cannot change because someone else made decisions for you. So I
Mhm.
can buy my stuff. I can buy my TV. I want to get video games, consoles, decoration, lighting, um, a new couch, maybe a
Yeah.
table just for the kitchen. Not, I don't want to share the same table for eating and for working necessarily. So it's gonna be fun,
Yeah.
working on all of those.
You have a new hobby to spend some money.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
the problem.
that's the bad part because you need to spend money, but the good part is that you will have your home like you want, in the way that you feel like home.
Yes, it's a good. And how do you deal with that? Because you haven't moved only once these last few years, right? How long have you lived in the last place that you lived? Marcus, that's perfect.
Yeah, I
Top
think
notch, professional.
6 years. We used to live in a small apartment, but we decided to live in a better place. So we moved it, I think, 6 years before. And the last year, we saw that we had a lot of not problem, but headaches because of the my son's schools. It's a little far away from our last apartment, and we decided to move to a place near to the school. So we searched, we kind of looked for some or apartment or house near to school, but we saw this opportunity here that is a new house, but at the same time it's an old house.
What do you
Let
mean?
me try to explain. Here it's a condo with
A
35,
condominium? Condo?
yeah, condo with 35 house. This was built almost 15 years ago, but the the company who built this house had some problems with the government, and they couldn't sell all houses, and about 10 houses was locked for more than 12 years.
The house was
New
locked.
house, yeah, locked,
Yeah.
closed,
Yes.
without anybody living there for more than 12 years. And the last year, they decided to sell the house because they kind of fixed the stuff that they did with the government. And yeah, and we saw this opportunity and we decided to buy this house. Yeah, it's a new house because nobody lived there here before, but the old because it was built more than 10 years ago. You know?
I get it. Interesting. But it's in good conditions.
Yeah, because we kind of made a renovation. You know, I don't know. I increased the size of our bedroom. I built one more bedroom. We created the place where we can have some fun, you know, put the barbecue maker. It's okay.
The grill.
Barbecue grill.
The grill, yes. And pool, what else? Yes, some things that we can have some fun there.
See. So, but you mean there or there or where we're now?
There, yeah. Only we have where we are right now.
What?
Yeah,
Aren't you at home? You are at home right now, right?
Yes,
Okay.
my home, but I
mean
mean
here?
there because it's also out of the house, you know. I mean there because it's out of the
It's
house.
outside.
Yeah, it's a place where you can make some barbecue, have some fun, drink some beers, you know. Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
can receive some friends and yeah, have some time, good time.
I see. That's cool. Like in this movement of deciding where to live, I realized which were my main criteria for choosing a place to live. And even though I'm very flexible, I believe I know now that I need three things. Yes, I need natural light. I need to be able to see at least the sky, but preferably some kind of landscape. I need a place to host people, like to bring people over, you know, for a small party, for like play some music, listen to some music, or play board games, play video games when I have one. And okay, these are the two like absolutely necessary ones, because like I need a good table to work, but I could buy a table, you know, things that I couldn't buy, like natural light and space, basically. But I also wanted to live not in a studio, like, because here they've got many they call it monoambientes, like one room places, and many of them are quite nice. Actually, I saw one, there was like one of the most expensive ones I saw. It had a balcony, had a great couch with a good TV, had like a super modern kitchen, a great closet, like a top-notch laundry machine, great bathroom. So it was a very big place. You could see everything at once, the bed and the couch, but it was well separated. The space was well used. So not necessarily when it's a monoambiente, it's bad. It's bad. Sometimes it's very good. However, that place, in addition to being too expensive, it was far from the subte, from the metro. They call it here subte. Like 9 blocks away. In every block here in Buenos Aires is like 100 meters. So it was like almost a kilometer away, and the metro is very, very like helpful here. You know, it can just go anywhere in a matter of minutes. Using the metro, using the subte, and it's very cheap, like 80 pesos, which is like 8 cents of reais. Very, very cheap. So it comes really in handy. So I chose this place that doesn't have all of the modern stuff. It's like it's in an old building, but it's in a great location. I can see like one of the main landmarks of the city, which is the obelisco, from my window. and like there's subtas nearby, like 3 of them, and there's a metro bus, which is like buses that go on a specific lane just for buses. So transportation is very easy. It's also pretty close to everything that I like to do. So I can go on foot if I want to.
Mhm.
And it's just like, it's not a monoambiente, it's got separate spaces. So the bedroom and everything, the kitchen, and it's got light. So I just need to buy a few things like a TV, maybe a new couch, maybe a new table, but I've got a couch, a table, and then bed, which is basically what I need. And the rest, like fridge and stove and sink and bathrooms and everything. But I also kind of liked the fact that it doesn't have a lot of stuff, because I can make it my own.
That's
You know, I
that's
can
the
make
point.
my decoration by my stuff that I want, you know.
Mhm.
Because, for example, none of the places that I saw had a TV that I really liked. I would have to buy like a Chromecast or a Fire Stick to be able to have the kind of smart TV experience I wanted. So even the ones that had what I wanted didn't quite, you know, check the box of what I actually need. And also, if I break it, I have to pay for it, and it's the whole pressure of like breaking someone else's stuff. So it's much easier if I break my own stuff. I have my own stuff. Marcus, how
What
was
about the
your
price?
experience? Okay, the price. So the
It's
ones I was
cheaper
checking
than the
out,
other one?
the ones I was checking out before cost $450. So that's like 2,200 reais per month. Very reasonable price, but it didn't check all the boxes for me, and also it didn't make sense to pay so much right now. So I got one for $350, which is like 1,700.
Is the place that where you are right now?
Yes, where I'm moving to on Monday, which is actually what I'm paying right now at this Airbnb as well.
Ah, okay.
So I
300.
managed to stay like on the same budget.
Okay, it seems that you made a deal with this new place because it's much cheaper than the old one, near to some public transportation, bus and train, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big place. That's good.
Yeah, I'm happy with my choice, but also I was reflecting on a thought that I came across recently, which is you're going to regret every decision you make. And because it's never going to be perfect, you know, there's always going to be
Yeah.
something missing. Oh, I could have searched for longer. I could have started searching earlier. I could have spent less. And if I just don't make a decision and just go for it, I was going to be thinking and never acting.
Yeah, I think that is one of the biggest problem of the humans. Yes,
Humans.
because people think a lot, you know. Of course, you need to think, but you don't need to think so much because you will not doing the things that you want to do, you know. So everything that I made in my whole life, of course, I thought some stuff regarding the things that I want to do, but not so much, you know. That was I talked with my wife that we need to buy a house. We looked to a new house for one day, and 1 week later we bought the house.
Wow.
And people,
A week later.
yeah,
Wow.
people used to think a lot, you know. So I saw the important points that we need to think, like if the place is a good place, if the house will increase the value of the money, if we will make an investment or something. I looked at the price of the other house near to this house. So only the important things, you know. I don't thought, oh, in 5 years, what we will do? Oh, something like that. So we saw that here would be a good opportunity. So we bought,
Good.
you know. So that's one thing that I always put in my life. I always bring with me. I don't think so much in stuff that I want to do, you know.
I see. having like financial freedom helps that, because like
Mhm.
I could have, if I had like a larger budget, I could have found everything that I needed all at once, right? A great place with every little thing that I needed.
Yeah,
But then like it gets more expensive the more the pickier you are, the more like demanding you are with
yeah.
your choices, right? Do you believe that you got a good price, like, or you had the financial power to make a decision for not necessarily a good price?
Here, you mean the house, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think we bought this house for a good price because right now, the company where we bought this house has more five house, and they saw that the other house was sold very fast, and they increased the price. I don't know, more 300, 3,100 reais,
300,000.
300,000 reais. Yes,
Wow.
the
So they
other
saw
five
that
house.
the demand
Yeah,
was higher than they initially thought, and they increased the price.
exactly. Yeah, because they saw, okay, the house is kinda abandonada without
Abandoned.
anybody for more many years. Nobody
Mhm.
will pay the price of the market. So
Yes.
we will make a how can I say, discount,
A discount.
and yes, and send it for a good price. And he's sold 4 house in 10 days. And
Wow.
now he's oh, I think we are not doing a good deal. Let's increase the price of the house and we will earn more money. So
Cool.
I think we kinda made a good deal buying this house.
I see. Interesting. And you also have this, you can get this feeling of making it your own, right? So even if
Yeah,
it has something to change or to renovate, you can do that because you got a good
we
deal and you got some leftover money to work on that.
we destroyed around 60% of the house.
Wow.
Yeah, and I made it the renovation that I wanted right now. So now we have big places. Our bedroom is almost the same of the same size of of our old apartment. Only our room, So everything is very big, and yeah, now I feel much better here than before.
Cool. It's your first house?
The house, yes. When after my marriage, yes,
I mean, is the first house that you own?
yes,
Cool.
yes,
Did you own the apartment as well, or it
yes.
was rented?
No, the apartment is it's ours as well. So,
So what did you
but
do with
I
it?
already rented. Yes, but we
Oh,
already
you rent.
rented it. Yeah, because we need to pay the house. I don't have money to to buy the house in cash. I needed to get some money with the bank.
Makes sense. So you
Yeah.
kept the stuff in there, like the furniture, or you just took it all out?
The furniture, yes, because I don't know how to say that in English, but it was furniture that we project for the place,
Yes.
and we can't remove it, bring it with us. Here it's totally different. And now we don't have anything here. We have only fridge and the oven.
The
That's
what?
the fogão,
Yeah, the stove.
the stove, yes, and the wash machine. That's it.
Cool.
The
So
rest
you're
we need
starting
to,
from scratch.
yeah, we need to figure out how we can get the whole things again.
I see. And as a Marcus, feel free to chip in and to participate in the conversation. And as a gaming aficionado, what do you imagine? How is this passion going to influence your house?
Yeah, I always wanted to have my office, like office slash gaming room, you know. But in my old apartment, it's very small. In here, it's much bigger. All things that is behind me, almost all things is my small portable games collection. So I will put a lot of shelves, the other things to put everything that I want in there, and I will let my office like a game room in the way that I wanted before. So buy a huge TV to here to play some Nintendo Switch games. Yeah. Now I feel more excited to get my things ready here.
Cool. And it's you have a sensation of staying for longer, right? And really investing on things.
Yeah, as I said to my wife, this is here it's more in a way to invest in money than to live here forever. Let's put that way, you know, because I don't want to let a house the house don't let me do other things in my life, in our lives, because not me anymore. It's me, my wife, and my son. So we want to travel. We want to, I don't know, maybe move to different house in a small farm, shakara. How can I say shakara in English? Small farm.
I don't actually know. Maybe a ranch. I'll look it up.
Yes, ranch. Yes. I want to live in a place like that. I don't know, maybe a few years on when my son can go alone to school, you know. Yeah, but for now we invested some money here, and the place is very cool. I already talked with the
So like a country.
guy. Sorry.
A country house.
Yes, like a country house. I like it a
not in
lot.
the capital, away from
Not
the city.
yes, yeah. I don't like people, you know, so I prefer to
Don't
live
like
in a
people.
quiet place. Just
I
kidding.
don't like people.
Well,
I like to live in a quiet place, you know. Like before to my son, we used to buy the things that we need for whole week, and sometimes we stayed in our apartment for 3 or 4 days without opening the door, you know.
wow.
And now we need to go out to solve some things regarding our son every day. So I like to stay at home, play my video games, watch TV, drink my beer, you know, and drink some coffee. I like to do this kind of stuff.
Simple life.
Yeah.
And wouldn't Marcus you wanna say something?
I was gonna ask him, talking of which, like about the games, how do you end up on the gaming industry itself?
I mean,
Oh,
he doesn't work in the gaming industry, right?
no,
He just likes it.
I would.
Okay.
Man,
Do you
I don't work.
code games in your free time?
I started to study about few things, only the collision stuff, to some logic that we need that is necessary for games. But I don't have time. I didn't until now. I didn't have time to study in a way that I wanted. You know, I have a lot of stuff regarding my work, the house that we spent almost 1 year just in the renovation, and my son. So yeah, maybe now I get some free time and I will study things that I want to study. One thing that I want to do is this one here. Let me try to show you right here. Let me see if you can see this one. No.
Yeah, you see there's a few shapes.
Yeah. This is a game that I bought to my son. I showed these shapes to him and he can get the piece and put in the right place. Yeah, this is the first game that I wanted to build for tablet. That way I can let my son play the game that I built.
Cool. I don't believe it's that hard to make. Can you imagine?
Yes.
It is.
Yes, it's not like a God of War, of course.
No, of
But we have
course.
a lot. Yeah, but we have a lot of logic inside of this, you know, because you need to work with metrics and the other stuff that you need to do. You need to know how to deal with drag and drop stuff and make the collision. You know, like if you put in over 2 blocks, which one will be selected? You know, you need to make some logic to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, even a simple game can have complex logic inside of it. You know,
Yes.
yeah. But I will take some time, study a little bit, and maybe I will create a good one. I already created a small game. It's a game. It's a bingo. Bingo.
Yes.
Yeah. My wife used to cheat. My wife is a Portuguese teacher, and she was thinking some games to play with his student, with her students, and I told her that I could.
That's
I
nice.
see. But maybe it's
Game.
gonna
Go
get
ahead.
like steal the fun out of it, suck the fun out of it.
Yeah,
Like to
yeah,
play games, not to developing games.
yeah,
Turning play into work maybe is not a great idea.
yeah.
Work with your hobby and lose your hobby.
Yes.
Exactly. A lot of people start to create very good games that way, only to study something or only for fun, you know?
Mhm.
Like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley, I don't know if you guys know Stardew
I
Valley.
heard of it.
Yes, was created by one developer. He created
Wow.
almost everything, and now it's one of the most known video game today. You know, it's very, and the guy's very rich right now. And now he's creating a new game very similar to this old one, but with the totally different history and other things. Yeah. So sometimes one thing that you do by have fun can be a good business for you.
Yes. And sometimes you can like hit the nail on the head when it comes to choosing what kind of game to create. For example, Flappy Bird, like it
Exactly.
was a simple concept, but it just people went crazy for it, like it was just
Yeah.
practicing, just playing, just creating a
Yeah.
little game.
Among Us.
Among Us is another simple one, very good.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I spend a lot of time. Why I didn't have this idea before? It's very curious.
And what have you been playing these days?
Zelda. I have the new Zelda from Switch. Tears
Yeah.
of the Kingdom, I think. Yes. And I already started to play that for, I don't know, 15 hours ago. 50 hours. I already played it, and I have a lot of path to follow until the end of the game. The game is huge,
It's an open
but
world game.
yes. But there is another game that was released, I think, 10 days before, called Sea of the Stars. The Sea of the Stars. It's everybody is saying that it's the new Final Fantasy, because it's the same style of the game, RPG with uh, battle, something that you can I don't know, fight with your enemies or something like that. That is very, very a lot of people like this kind of game because of the Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger. So that is the other game that I want to play. Maybe when I finish my Zelda, I will buy this one as well. I put in my mind that I will buy a new game only when I finish this Zelda, because
Wow,
I
sounds
already
like
have a lot of games here. I have more than 100 games here. So I
100
need to
games.
finish.
Wow.
Yeah, from Switch, Game Boy, PS2, oh gosh, GameCube, the other console.
How many consoles do you have?
All of them.
I don't know. I think 8, 9. I
Jesus
have
Wow.
Christ, man, 8.
Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 2DS, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch. OLED, Sweet Light, PS1, PS2, GameCube. I have a Super Nintendo portable that that is a Super Nintendo that size, that is like the shape is like a Super Nintendo control, and in the middle of it there is a screen, and behind of it you can put the game, you know.
I see.
Oh, it's a mess here. Later I can show you. It's very fun to play some games there. So yeah, I think.
Have you got like any other PSs? I counted 10 for
Yeah, 10. I have PSP and PS Vita.
okay. So
PSP and
PS1,
PS
PSP,
Vita.
PS Vita. You don't have the
Yes.
PS5 or 4 or 3.
No, I want to buy the 5, but only days leave, you know, because the 5 is huge. I need a bedroom only to put the PS5 inside of it. So
Yes.
I want to buy the
Like a
slim
building.
version. Yeah, it's huge.
There's already a
I,
slim version?
So everybody talking about it, that the slim version will be released until November. Not released, but the Sony will show for everybody, you know. And maybe at the beginning of the next year, everybody can buy this. I PS5 I will buy the slim version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I
how they really like squeeze all of a console's capacity, you know, like it takes a while for Sony to launch another one.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when I
yeah,
was
yeah.
a child, I had a PS1, and then PS2 was the king for years and years, and PS3 then, and PS4, and only now
Yeah.
PS5, like last year,
Yeah.
what, 2 days ago, 2 years ago, I don't know. And it takes a while, like it stays relevant for quite a while. They're good at
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah. And here in Brazil, it's much worse because everything is very expensive, you know. So
Yeah.
PS4, until now, people used to say that a lot of people buy PS3 games because people don't have money to buy the PS4.
Yes.
So, and now everybody who has PS4 will not buy the PS5 because the money is a lot of money, you know. And
Mhm.
almost all games that were released to PS5, you can play it in the PS4 as well. So PS4 will stay in the market for a few years, I guess. And then I don't know, almost when the PS6 arrived, the PS4 will kind of stop to be I don't know, the main key of the PS, you know. I think so.
Yes.
I want to buy the PS5, but only next year. Right now, I need to save some money to buy some stuff for the house, you know. Yeah, I don't have this courage to buy a game right now, or I would find a different wife.
She's threatening you.
Yeah,
It's a
she
new
said to me,
game. Find a
yeah,
wife.
I
So
want
it's a new
so much to
wife.
buy.
Is the
I want
Find a
so
Wife Simulator is the new game.
Yeah, I want to buy so much the new the Fold 5 that was released, I think last month.
New what?
But the Fold 5, that is the new
Boat.
cell phone from Samsung. The Fold, sorry,
I don't know.
the
I don't know
Fold
that game.
5.
I don't understand the name.
No, it's not game. It's a cell phone. It's a
The
foldable phone.
Oh, is it like Z Fold?
Yes, the Fold.
Z?
The Fold 5. Z.
Okay, Z Fold. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Cool.
Fold 5. It's very I want to buy one very much. Every day I open the Samsung website, I put it in the cart, you know. But so I can't buy it right now.
You feel the feeling. It's almost smart.
Yeah, I can't buy it right now. Maybe next year, but not now. So
But
I'm
why this
still
phone?
using. I don't know because I I spend a lot of time in read some stuff in my cell phone and watch stuff as well.
Yes.
So maybe if I have a bigger screen where I can fold and bring with me whatever I want to go, maybe could be a good idea. I already had the one fold, but it was the version 3. I loved it, but the version 3 was not complete yet. Maybe the version 5 it's much better than before. So yeah, maybe at the beginning of the next year I will buy one and see.
I wouldn't have any folds for now because I like having the pen.
Yeah.
And the only one by Samsung that has the pen is like S22 Ultra and S23 Ultra. And the fold does like tether, it connects to it accepts the S Pen, but it doesn't have a slot for it, and I would certainly lose it.
Yeah, but the new case for the fold right now it's very thin. It's very thin. You can put the pen inside of the case, and
Yes.
you will not feel so much. You can research about you can search about the case of the Fold 5, and you will like a lot. I think for you.
I saw that. I had a student that had one, and he had a case that kind of had a place for the S Pen.
Yeah, but for the Fold 4 and the Fold 3, the case lets your phone that size, much bigger. But now it's a different pen. It's a pen very similar with this pen here. Very similar with this one. That's the same yours. But this one you can put inside of the case. It's very, very good. I like this new version. Maybe I will take a look in some reviews to see if I can buy one.
I see. Do you let your son play with you already?
Yeah, only few games like my Mario Kart and Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, yes. I want him to play games like Zelda and Pokemon, but I think not for now. Let him get more age, maybe I don't know, 5, 6 years. 6 years
Wanna indoctrinate him on the good stuff.
Yeah. But right now I'm just teaching him some small things in English, and putting him to watch few things in English. Only people singing, I don't know, colors, numbers, things like that, just to him get, I don't know, try to understand that English is a different language, because for him everything is the same Portuguese. We travel with him to German, and when he to German, yes, and when he heard someone speaking German, he said, "Papai, I don't understand. I have no idea."
What is this guy cursing about?
Yeah. And I said to him,
Yeah, but I think they naturally understand it like at one point, because humans are made to speak several languages. We do that very easily in the beginning. So it might cause some confusion, I believe, but at one point you're going to start, separating things. And not only easy things, you don't have to only expose him to easy things. He can be exposed to hard things as well. And he will understand what he understands, Like I remember words that I learned when I was a child that I knew how to use, and I knew what they meant, even though I had no idea of I know how to use them, but I didn't know what they meant. That's the idea. So I know how to use this word, but I don't know the meaning of it. But it works. This is how language works. One day he will understand what it means, but he doesn't have to understand what it means,
Yeah.
He could just be able to use it, to cause something with it, or to have some idea put into his mind with that word. And video games really help, having contact with.
That was one thing that helped a lot with English, you know. That is because of the English is uh, that I bought some old games for me because I played Zelda, Pokemon, Final Fantasy. What else? Very old RPG games from Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, and Game Boy, PS1 as well. And but I only played. I didn't understand the history, you know. And now I can play, read, or listen and understand everything that I wanted. And now the game is much better than before, you know. That's one thing that I think it's very crazy. I played the Zelda, the Link of to the Past from Super Nintendo a few months ago, and for me it was like a new game because now I could read the whole history and everything that I wanted, you know.
Yes.
It's amazing when you read something and they say, "Oh, you need to talk with someone in different city and get different item or do something." You know, that's very amazing when you understand what to do inside of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just reminded me of those games that were completely in Japanese that were played as a child, and one of the kids in the group knew exactly which buttons I had to press. Usually, like when we went to those LAN house places, like they you would pay like half an hour or an hour. They know, oh, press here, press here, press here. You're gonna be able to play, you know. So it was like
Yeah.
a trial and error to try to and find what that meant.
Mhm.
We didn't get to understand Japanese, like it's too far away for us to be able to absorb anything. But English was something that we could learn from that trial and error. And it's funny, for example, the word quit.
Mhm.
So I only understood the word quit like way later. But I kind of knew how to use it. And it's funny, I had a thought about this. That quit for us, at least for me, meant to leave, to exit the game. Quit, that didn't mean to give up, you know, for a child. Just kichi or quichi was to leave the game. However, probably for people that, like for children that spoke English, it had a harder effect on them because you want to quit the game, like want to give up on the game. Are you weak? Like, like it felt stronger. For us, it was
Yeah.
just leave. You know, it wasn't.
Yeah. Right
Gonna,
now, right now, it has a different meaning, like this one for looking, you know.
yes.
For us, it's totally different. We just knows that if we want to leave the game and I don't know, turn off the game, we just press Shift or X, and that's it, you know.
Yes.
But we need to know the difference before. That was very, I don't know, weird. Yeah. I used to play video game with the magazines,
But the what?
with magazines,
And
books.
back then, there was some magazines that you could get to know
Yeah.
how to finish the game because we didn't have
Oh,
internet back then.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't know the history. Only that way. Go to left and get the key and back to this door and you will open the door. But why? You know, who left the keys there? And you know, you didn't know we didn't know nothing about the history. Only what you need to do to finish the game. You know.
yes.
I remember when I was playing Tubby Rider, Tubby Rider, yes.
Tomb
Tubby
Raider.
Raider, yes, Tubby Raider from PS1. I don't remember if it was the first one, the second, or the third one, but I was playing and I was stuck in one part of the game because I didn't know what to do. And that time, the graphic of the game was very bad. All a lot of squares, you know, pixel light. I don't know what to say that. And yeah, I needed to stop to play this game wait, because I used to live in a countryside before. Wait, my father traveled until a big city, Imperatriz, and there my father went to a magazine store, and in magazine store used to have a part only for video games, and there my father found a book only talking about this game, and only after that I could finish this game. You know, if I knew that if if I could read English before, it could be much easier to me. But yeah, I had a lot of history about games that today I think it's impossible for the new generation, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
So
very
you
fun.
work for a company in Germany. This is why you went to visit Germany, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've been working there, I think, for almost 4 years, I guess. Right before I see, I think the year that I met you in the Dr. Brown, I think so.
Doc Brown.
Yeah, yeah, Dr. Brown, and I started to work there. And they said, not they, but the CTO said that I needed to improve my English a lot, and that was why I talked with you to have some mentoring stuff, you know. And because of it, now I'm here 4 years later, until work in this company. And I already visited German for 3 times, I guess. This year, only this year, 2 times. That was very crazy. But yeah, and the company wants that, not once, but he the main the guy from the company said that if I want to move to Germany, it is possible. But I said to him that maybe next year, this year, we will stay here to solve some personal stuff.
I see.
Let's see. What's the company again?
Clip My Horse. It's like a Netflix, but for horses.
Click my horsers.
Clip.
Yes.
Clip my
Clip my
Clip
horse.
My Horses TV.
I mean, it's not the horse that is watching stuff, right?
No. It's a
For
service
people
where you can find everything
love horse.
regarding horses, sport, horse sports, you know. We have
Nice.
live streams, we have academy, we have videos from events, I don't know, 10 years ago till now. So this is not very common for us, but for Europe, it's very common, you know.
Yeah, it's a
And it
niche
is a
company, right?
niche. People who not waste, but spend a lot of money on it, you know. Like buying a house that is more than 500,000 euros. One horse, sorry, one horse. So yeah,
Buying a
people
horse
have a
for
lot.
500,000 euros.
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
Wow.
yes. We
I
have
mean,
a
the whole sport is related to wealth people at all, like in general.
Wealthy people, yes.
of people.
The rich people.
Yeah, that's very cool because the owner of the company that is very rich, very rich. His son, his daughter, used to ride the horses by real, like professional, but for them was very hard to find good contents about horses. And he 50 years ago, I don't know, almost
Mhm.
50 years ago, he decided to create this company only to find good things about horses for him and for his daughter. And now, 50 years later, the company grow grew a lot, you know. Now the company has more than 200 people working there and a lot of shareholders. Shareholders, yes.
Shareholders.
One,
Stakeholders.
yes,
Oh,
Stakeholders.
stakeholders.
shareholders.
One of the guy is from the Epic Games, I guess. Let me see here. It's the one founder from Epic Games. I think so. Mark something. Mark. Not Epic Games. It's I don't remember the name of the company. It's a very rich guy from Canada who bought a good part of the company.
Hmm?
Mark something.
I'm actually seeing right now the business model. So they basically
Yeah,
sell a membership,
yeah,
you pay annually or monthly.
yeah.
Annually,
The good point is that
150
there are a
euros.
lot of small companies in Europe, what else? In US as well, in Canada. And the Click My Horse kind of bought some companies there, you know? So now when the user have the account, the premium account in a Click My Horse, for him, he will not watch only videos from Click My Horse, but from other company as well.
Hmm.
Like FEI TV, it's like a FIFA for horses.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the company
Very
that I,
interesting.
yeah. I don't know
And you
why
develop all
people.
this?
Yeah, this is one screen that I created a few months ago for people who don't have Prime account.
Mhm.
You can watch only 15 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. And after that, every time when you try to watch, these pop-ups appears to you.
Mhm. To fix this,
Yeah, it's a
what
other
does it
thing.
be so fine?
We are
What?
creating this
Because of the
website
zoom.
was
Look, when I
created.
zoom in, they misalign. When
Oh,
I zoom out, it just they line up again.
You just
this
caught a
website
bug.
was, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm here
Don't
for.
look so much. Don't look so much. You will find other bugs. This version of the website was created for, I don't know, more than 10 years ago. Like you can see the screen, it's very old, the design itself. And because of it, they kind of decided to recreate everything from scratch. And we are working the new website right now. Right now we have few pages ready already, but we still needed to fix some stuff in the server side to put the new website to online, you know. We will have two websites, the old one and the new one working together. For the user will be clean, you know, will be clear because they will not feel that will be a transition between two websites. For him will be only one,
Mhm.
but for us we will have two different services. The old one, that is this one that you are navigating right now, and the new one.
So it's going to be like an A/B test. Like part of the population is going to access the new one, and the
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we already do that with the mobile app, you know, when we want to release some features just to make some tests, we release for a few people, get some feedback, see if our logs have some errors or something like that. And then we check if it is possible to release for everybody. So
nice.
with the new website, we will do that the same way. I think until the end of this year, we will release the first page that will be the horse profile page in the new website. But yeah, we already have this horse profile page ready, but for those last months, from August until November, I think it's the time where I have more events in Europe regarding the horse and stuff. So it's very important to the company. So we will let every big event finish, and then we will try to make some tests with the new service, with the new website.
I see. Marcus, can you step in and have a like dig a bit deeper into the technical part of this universe. Maybe it's gonna be for our
Sure.
audience.
Yeah, for sure. I actually have a couple of questions. How hard is it for you guys to handle
Be right back.
streaming? Okay. How hard is it for you guys
Uh,
at the company like to handle a streaming platform? Because I imagine that whenever someone comes to you and say, "Hey, we need to build something that looks like Netflix," it's already scary by
yeah,
itself.
yeah. And for us, it's a bigger challenge because we have live streams as well. So we have, I don't know, many teams with huge devices only for live streams. So we put a lot of cameras in a event, and we have, I don't know, a big truck with the whole things that we need with connection. I don't know, three, four kind of connections, because if we go down, we have another one, only to not lose the live stream. It's
Mm-hmm.
very hard because we have specific people who already worked with this kind of stuff for many years, and working together. So we have different softwares in a server side. We have the cockpit, we have the manager, we have other software only for queue data. So it's not so simple, but when everybody work together, we kind of can manage this kind of stuff.
I
My
see.
work that's only for the front end part. I work only in this part where we can see and talk, the integration with the player, with our API services, and so on.
Got it. And how big is the whole team? Like, how much developers are we talking about, both in the front end, back end?
I think in general, we have almost 20 developers with three different teams, I guess. We have teams to work only with the mobile app. We have teams to work only with the infrastructure in the server side. And we have some backend developer and few front-end developers there.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah,
It's quite good team.
yeah.
And
We have three different teams. The teams who work only in the app and in the website. That is the team that I work. Have a different team that work only for the backend stuff regarding the software, the API itself, and we have different team that is responsible for the data itself, where we make the integration with different platforms or different companies that we can work together.
that's nice. And what was the biggest problem you guys ever had with the whole platform? Is that like something that was very hard to tackle in this whole streaming problem?
Uh, I think when I arrived in the company, everything was stable already, but they
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of issues when they started to make the integration with the whole stuff. It was kind of step by step, because before we didn't have so much users in the same time watching some stuff, but with the time we feel that it could be to improve our services, to improve the capacity of our service to get more users to watching and make integration with the API in the same time.
It's
Yeah, that
nice.
was for us, that was the main issue. We needed to change a lot of cache integration that we used to have. We changed the services that we make the integration with the live streams to streams the whole videos that we need. The integration with our archive pages, where we saved all videos where we have for, I don't know, for the past 10 years or something like that.
I see. So the whole archive of the thing was kind of the whole integration between the loser parts.
Yeah, yeah.
And for you, how is it working? How was the experience of starting to work with an international team? I imagine that we're talking about probably mostly of German engineers, and they have different
Uh,
backgrounds.
yeah, we have people from Ukraine, yes, Brazil,
Right.
uh, U, UQ, London, I guess. What else? Yeah, we have people from different countries. I think US and Canada as well. Uh, for me, the experience at the beginning was a little was not so good at the beginning
Mm.
because it was something new to me that I didn't have idea how to deal with it because as you guys saw, my English is not so good, but before was much worse, and before was a little crazy because the whole process that I made to get in the company was in Portuguese because our CTO was a Brazilian guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Really?
thought if he wants to apply for the opportunity is because he speaks English, but I didn't know anything about the English, only the basic one. No, I knew a little about the English, but not had the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
the skill to have a good conversation or something like that. So the whole process I made in Portuguese. Only the last call that was English, I talked with the CTO, no, not CTO, the CEO and the PM. And but I was lucky because before I used to have a Zelda square, what would Zelda? Yes, Zelda square in my wall, on my wall.
Zelda?
Yes, Zelda. And he said,
Zelda,
"Oh, do you
the
like
game?
games?" Zelda, yeah, the
Oh
game,
yeah,
yes.
okay.
And they asked me, "Oh, do you like games?" It's, oh, I like a lot. And I got a lot of games and they showed to them. And we talked only. About the game itself.
Mm.
And they
Best
said that
interview
they
ever.
wanted, yeah, they said that they just wanted to know if I'm a good guy or no, just for that. Because about the technology, I already made the test with the CTO in Portuguese, and that's it. And I don't know, my first week when I needed to speak in English, that was very hard. And the Brazilian guy said, okay, you need to improve your English as fast as you can because in few months they will kind of try to hire other people to work in your place. So I kind of started to study English more, the conversation part. For me, that was the hardest part because I'm still get a little stuck when I try to speak English, but now I don't care about it. I just speak. I kind of I don't care. Just speak, and if the people who I am speaking don't understand, just ask me again, and I will try to explain in a different way. That's it. And now everything it's okay. I always asked about my English, and they said, "Oh, Elto, nobody here is native guy. Don't care about that. I can understand you. You can understand me. You can express yourself what you want to do, what you are doing, and that's the most important thing here. And that's it.
May I
So at the
ask you
beginning,
also,
what?
how
Okay.
was the test? Uh, like the technical test, because it seems to me that you passed the technical test and that was it, and
Mhm.
then all the rest was just like HR stuff that you needed to do. So how was the test
Yeah.
itself?
At first, I had a conversation with the CTO guy only to talk a little bit about technologies, and that way he would know me about my experience, a little bit about my experience. And after that he saw that I had some experience. He said, "Oh, I will send you a technical test, and after that you send to me. I will show the other developers, and I will get some feedback from them, and we can have other different conversation only talking about your test." It's okay, and I made the test. I think in 2 or 3 days I sent, and 1 week later he booked a call with me to only talk about the test. And he only few things. Oh, why you created this using this specific library, or why you did it that way. How can we improve these things here? And if you can do in different way, how would you do that? So only things like that, And yeah, I said everything that I wanted to say, and they, oh, okay, that's okay. So I will pass to the CTO and to the CEO and the PM, that is the guy who is responsible from the team, and they will decide what they wanted to do with you. If you will go to the last step or not.
And by the way, was the test something more towards like lead code where you have to do dynamic code and like sort this array or build a tree, or was it more like
Mm,
build me a page in React, that kind of thing?
it the test was they he got me a login page, a design of a login page, and he said, I want this built with JavaScript, but you can't use libraries like React, Angular, or other stuff. You need to save the user login in a local. You need to figure out how you will save this one. You need to add some validations, like if the email it's a real email or no. You need to make a deploy of it in a Heroku, in a service like Heroku. And do you have 3 days to finish everything that you need? So if you have any question, just let me know. So I got the test, and I had few questions I asked him, and that's it.
Oh man, that's the best type of task. He actually saw that you could do the work and
Yeah,
just move on. It's not like I'm not a big fan
yeah,
of the lead code type of task, but I do get the point of them.
yeah. I already made few process where I needed to share my screen and do things, you know, like
Like,
get some situation and fix. Like you have a string, a text with a specific characters, and we need to change this character to different characters or things like that. You have a list with some items, and we need to remove duplicated items from there. So you have this kind of situation. It's for us that we are working for, I don't know, some years already. That's very simple. But for a lot of people who get very nervous when they are doing some jobs process like that, it's turned very hard. My
Yes,
last
indeed.
test, my last test that I they asked me to do was to create a calculator, a simple calculator. They gave me a design for that, and everything that I wanted regarding the design, I had there. Only the logic that I needed to add inside of it. Like if the user press 1 + 2, the result will be 3. And I needed to create these tests from scratch using React. That is very simple. Who already worked with React more than 1 year, 2 years. That's very simple. But in that moment, I was so nervous that I was thinking, how can I put this div in a center? That's very simple. You just put
That's
marked center.
that's the the hello world of
Yeah,
front end, right?
yeah. And you get, oh gosh, how can I do that? And you have 30 minutes to do those stuff. And sometimes 10 minutes left. Oh, 5 minutes left. You get more nervous.
wow.
So
So they
yeah,
were watching you live doing that?
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes,
the
Oh,
type
yeah.
of
that's no
thing.
pressure.
At the beginning, when I was making some process, it's very hard because you think, oh, I will not open a different tab and search it in a Google, or I will not take a look in a Stack Overflow, something like that. because I'm in a job interview. I can't do that. But now I don't care. They said, "Oh, do in a way that you used to work in your home." It's okay. The same thing. The first thing that I do, where you need to create a project using React. I open the Google, create React project, and I get the command line, because those simple things are things that I don't do every day, every hour. I will not create project from scratch using the whole things that I wanted every day. I will create, I don't know, now and 6 months later or something like that. Every time you need to search for something. So now I don't care. I open the Google, search for things that I want, and I show the way that I work, you know? And the thing is working that very well that way. So for me, I don't care anymore.
That's great, man. And by the way, Gus, that's what usually whenever I say, "Oh, lead code type of process," that's the type of process. They go to a room with you, live coding. You cannot do googling at all, and they ask you like very academic questions that you're probably not gonna use at the job, but they just do it
Yeah,
to like kind of filter out candidates. The idea is not even to like see if you can do the work. It's
yeah,
just because they probably have a lot of candidates and they want to get rid of a couple of them.
yeah. That is the issue, because right now we have a lot of candidates for a few good opportunities.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
there is a guy that studied, I don't know, days and nights. It's very hard, Only things like, if you use a for iteration or while iteration, which one will be faster than each other? Which one is faster
Mhm.
to use in array with 1,000 elements in array, and you need to explain which one is faster and why this one is faster than the other one. The NO problem or something like that. That is a kind of things that will make the difference in the process. But when you are working, you don't. It's it can be very, very, very specific job to use this kind of technical stuff. Because the technology that we have right now, PHP, JavaScript, Python, whatever, if you create in the right way, will solve almost 99% of your problems. To work with, if you just, oh, I really need to use this specific technology because what I want to solve is this and this. That is very rare, you know, because almost all things you can solve with the technology that we have right now. It's everything is very good right now.
Yeah. Mm,
Guys, I'm gonna have to leave a bit earlier. I don't know if you're gonna go on because I have got a doctor's appointment to go to and I can't miss it.
yeah, that's
Marcus
okay.
has
I
got
also got I got a meeting as well right now. People are calling me up. So
perfect.
let's
So
wrap
you
it
can
up.
wrap it up.
Thank you.
Elton, I'm surely gonna bring you another time to talk to the community so they can ask you
That
questions
will
and
be
everything.
great.
Most of them couldn't come today, but thanks a lot for the conversation. It was really fun. It's always fun to talk to you. You have a good vibe, good energy,
Yeah, I like
and
it.
it's
It's just chill, It's just nice to talk to
yeah,
you.
it's so chill.
now, now I think I will have more time. So yeah, if you have more meetings like that, just let me know.
We
Perfect,
do,
amazing.
actually.
So let's take a picture. Here at Giga, we do this gesture to take a picture. Can you do that, Elton? Marcus, ready? No, this. Perfect. Great to see you, Elton, as always, and I hope to see you very